When we want to get better at whatever rodeo sport it is that we compete in, there's schools, there's clinics, and there's all kinds of people that we can follow that we know are better at the sport than us, that we can learn from, and we can improve ourselves by watching them and learning from them. There's even clinics that we can take for coon hunting. So what is it that we do when we want to get better at our Christian faith? I'm Scott Hilgendorff with Cowboys of the Cross, and this is The Short Go. First of all, it's most important that we clarify this really isn't about becoming a better Christian. God offers us grace knowing that we're going to fail, that the bar is so high we can't possibly meet the standard. But what being a Christian means following Christ. So if that's supposed to be the most important thing in our lives, then the question is again, what are we doing? Who are we following? What are we surrounding ourselves with to help us to grow in our faith, help us to learn what it means to follow Jesus, to help us to become more sanctified, more like him? Almost everyone, whether they're a Christian or not, is familiar with the idea of iron sharpens iron. Proverbs 27:17 says this, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. So we understand that. That's why we follow a better bull rider. That's why we follow a better barrel racer and learn from them. But that's also then why we follow more mature Christians, is so that they can help us to become more like Jesus. And then we in turn, as we learn things, as we grow and we build a relationship with that other person, we end up doing the same thing for them as well. Proverbs 13:20 says, walk with the wise and become wise, associate with fools and get in trouble. So that's obvious in what it's saying there as well, that we want to be around other people that are wise instead of people that are going to lead us in a bad direction. That takes us to the verse that we want to look at the most right now, which is 2 Corinthians 6:14. Do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers, for what partnership has righteousness with lawlessness, or what fellowship has light with darkness? Being part of a body of believers in a church, studying the Bible for ourselves, and making time to pray and talk to God are all things that help us to grow stronger in our faith, help us learn more about Jesus, and help us to become more like him. But being surrounded by other Christians that are more mature than us, that have spent more time in the Word, that have learned more things, and can be an influence on us in the growth of our faith and helping correct us. People that we trust, and we wouldn't be offended if they said, hey, that's probably not the best course of action. What the Bible teaches about that situation. Here's how you handle a conflict. Here's how you handle a confrontation. That we have somebody that we can trust, that we can speak into our lives. But if instead we are closest to people that are non-believers or are just beginner Christians like maybe we are ourselves, then that's what it means to end up being unequally yoked. And Paul's using that example, and it's not meant as an insult to the other person. It's just that somebody that isn't as strong in their faith as us, just like a weaker ox, the stronger ox is trying to pull forward, is ending up wasting more energy and strength and not able to work as hard, not able to progress as well, because the other ox, the one that's not as strong, is holding that stronger ox back. A more mature Christian is going to have those people in his life that are able to walk alongside him and continue to help him grow, while he is then able also to help me, the weaker Christian, also grow in my faith. Just like you would look for a more advanced bull rider or a more advanced barrel racer to follow and learn from, look for who you can follow in your Christian faith.